You know, because Katt Williams right now is what, 85? Is it
90
85? 80,
million.
is it 90 million
90
now?
million.
I heard some rumblings. You can, blink if it's true that he might be showing back up
That
in the.
that that might be a possibility.
Okay. I'm Noël Burgess, a journalist and creator based in the San Francisco Bay Area. Buckle up as we jet off to dazzling destinations, dive into immersive experiences, and meet some seriously fascinating folks. From innovators shaking up industries to chefs whipping up mouth-watering masterpieces, wine experts spilling their secrets, and locals redefining cool. We'll uncover the richest of global cultures, one story at a time. So pack your curiosity and let's hit the road, because no matter where we're headed, together, we're always on our way. So, Mr. Sharpe, we're heading over to Smith's now for a bottle signing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel more energy around these compared to on the football field where the fans are, a little bit back?
It's definitely a more intimate setting. You get an opportunity to shake hands. You get an opportunity to talk. They tell you how much they enjoy Club Shay Shay, how much they enjoy Nightcap. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very different. You don't realize how much you appreciate it, how much people like what you do, as far as Club Shay Shay, as far as Nightcap, as far as Shea by Le Portier. It's just an opportunity, because for the most part, I don't really go any place where these people are going to have intimate contact with me. So this is an opportunity for them to see me, to shake my hand, to say we appreciate what you've done in the game of football. We appreciate what you've done and what you do in media. And as a way of saying thank you, we come out here to support you. And I love that. I love when they say, man, we just want to support you. I ain't gonna drink it. I just want to support you. I just want to support what you do because we believe in you, bro.
So similar to your brother, I was joking earlier about him cooking Jerry Rice. You were cooking in the media. I mean, you still are cooking in the media world, but you were not a boss. You were working for someone else. You worked for the NFL. You worked for Fox.
Yes.
You worked for ESPN. You worked for FS1.
Yes.
When did you decide, because black ownership is a big deal in this country, right?
It is.
When did you decide that I'm going to be a boss with Club Shay Shay, with Le Portier? When did that moment happen?
Because I wanted to be my own DEI hire.
Does that count? You hire yourself? Can you check that box?
Yeah. So, no, I just think the thing is that, after a while, you get tired of getting, you think you're doing a great job, and then you get released and you don't know why. And so I said, you know what? Let me start my own platform, and then they can't fire me. I'm the boss. I wanted to be in control, and I don't have to answer. I mean, obviously, I have people. I have corporate sponsors that I have to, but they're not really telling me what to say. I know what to say. I know the minefields in which I have to navigate. I try to stay away from politics on Nightcap and Club Shay Shay, because that's not. Look, they got podcasts. If you want politics, they got 500 podcasts. They're exclusive. That's what they talk about. As a matter of fact, you like politics? Hey, go check out Roland Martin. Roland Martin does a great job with politics. But we want to talk about sports. We want to talk about, when you're on Club Shay Shay, we want to hear about your experience. We want to hear about your life experience, how you grew up, what made you decide to go in the field that you decided to go in. How did you become what you became? That's what we do on Club Shay Shay. Nightcap, we're going to break down the game. We're going to give, Ocho and I are going to give you our input, what we think happened, why we think it happened. We're going to base everything. We base a lot of what we do on personal experience, be it he went through it, I went through it, or similar situations happened in a locker room that we were in. That's what we try to do. We don't try to do a whole lot of heavy lifting. We understand that people want to come to us. They want to be entertained. They want to be lighthearted. They get enough inundated with things that's heavy in the world. We don't want to add anything else heavy to their plate. How did you end up deciding on cognac versus other spirits and alcoholic drinks? Well, for me, I thought the other markets were oversaturated. I thought tequila was oversaturated with celebrities and entertainers. I thought wine was oversaturated with celebs and entertainers. And I knew more about cognac than I did any other spirit, even though I was a novice at the time. And so for me, I felt it would be what I would devote more of my time to learning about than any of the others. And so me, I have an obsessive personality. So I want to learn, like, once I found out, I was like, okay, I'm going to be in this. I became consumed. I'm reading as much as I possibly can about the process, the grapes. It has to be over here. Certain regions, the grapes taste different. The soil is different. The combination, the mixture, it has to start in those copper pots, and it has to be stored in these barrels. And the process has to originate at least the first 2 years for it to be called a cognac. It has to start the first 2 years in that region. And so I just, if I wasn't studying for Undisputed, I was reading about cognac.
Okay.
The process, be it a VSOP, VSXO, XXO, and then you get the higher ends and where you start getting, the $3,000-$5,000 bottles.
Speaking of studying, you're a student of the game. You're on my Mount Rushmore of tight ends, but everybody's crazy about that. Who was on Shannon Sharpe's tight end Mount Rushmore?
Kelsey, Gronk. For me, it'll be Kelsey, Gronk, Big Kellen, Antonio Gates.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good list.
Yeah.
It's a good list.
Yeah.
When athletes come to you, because it's someone that has made the transition from sports into, media dominant, what's the advice that you're giving some of these cats when I'm sure you've gotten the phone calls over the years, like, Shannon, how did you do that?
How great do you want to be at it? I tell people all the time, if you're trying to be great, there is no work-life balance. You do understand that sporting events happens on the weekends. You do realize they play on holidays. So how great do you want to be at something? Now, if you work for someone, you can have a work-life balance. If you want to be great and you want to own said commodity, there is no work-life balance. There is none. Anybody now, Jeff Bezos has work-life balance now. Mark Zuckerberg have work-life balance now. Larry Ellison, all those guys, Elon Musk, they have it now.
$1 billion later.
Ask them when they were starting, did they have work-life balance? Maybe that's not what you want. I don't have a problem if, let's just say for the sake of argument, you don't want that. Okay, well, you can have work-life balance. You can have it. But I want it to be historically great in everything that I possibly do. And I put the time, I put the energy, I put the effort in. I read, I try to understand as much as I can, and I try to surround myself people that know more than what I know so they can protect my blind spots and teach me. And I have no problem learning. I have no problem giving anybody credit. I've never had a problem giving credit. I think sometimes we fall into the trap, we want credit. I don't care. At the end of the day, I just want the product to be successful. Was I the best player on the Broncos team? No. Was I the best player on the Ravens team? No. Was I an integral part? Yes. But my ring has just as many diamonds as the best players on the team.
That's right.
So that's just the way I look at it. That's the way I've always approached anything that I've done, is that I understand that team is very, very important, and I am a sum of a lot of parts that make up this team.
So you have your own platform. So again, I don't want to speak for you that you don't necessarily need to go back, but is the door completely shut on going back to network? Is it kind of creaked open a little bit, or
I mean, I would like to go, but that's out of my control. The only thing that I can control is Shay Shay Media, Nightcap, Club Shay Shay, other programs that's under my umbrella. That's what I can control. I can control if somebody's willing to hire me or give me an opportunity to move on with my life on linear television. I don't get to control that anymore, and I totally understand that. And I've made peace with it. In the beginning, you're like, damn. But at this point in time now, watching some of my former colleagues, I still talk to Stephen A. I still consider him a friend. But if the opportunity were to present itself for me to get back at linear television, I'll absolutely look into it. Sure.
You love your dogs.
I do.
You're a grandfather now, right?
I am. Twice over.
Twice over grandfather. How does Shannon Sharpe, now that you left LA, Bel Air, and now you're out here in Vegas living, I'm not gonna say full time, but I know you still have your property in Atlanta, right?
I do.
So how do you find peace? You do a lot. What are those moments?
I don't know if I found it yet, because I'm so I made when my grandmother was getting ready to transition. Um, I made her a promise that I was going to take care of everything, and my job is to make sure my brother, my sister, my mom, my kids, myself, make sure everybody's okay. That's what I worry about. Um, if something were to happen to me, have I left them in position to be self-sufficient? I think I have, but you don't really know, and I don't know if I'll ever know. Um, I just, me and their moms did the best job we could with the kids. Um, my sister, I try to set her up, try to put her in position. My brother, I know my brother's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. He has golf. He has things to occupy his time. So for me, I honestly doesn't know. I don't know if I found peace, and that's the hardest thing because I work so much. Um, that's all I know. I've been a worker all my life. I grew up working from the time I was 5 years old, and here I'm 57 now. For the better part of 52 years, I've worked, and I've never thought about retiring. And for me, retiring is not on the horizon anytime soon. It's what I enjoy to do. I mean, I would not find peace if I wasn't working. That's what I jump out of bed for, to think about the great content that Ocho and I can produce on Nightcap, the great content that me and a particular guest can produce on Club Shay Shay. And like you said, if I'm fortunate enough to get back on that linear television, I'll greatly accept that. I think they know what I'm capable of doing, but I understand uh, some of the hangups that they might feel. But for me, I do have my two platforms. I do, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what tomorrow's going to bring.
What did you see in Ocho that Skip saw in you for an opportunity? Because I mean, you were at least familiar with him. I'm not going to say you guys were the best of friends during your playing careers. I don't want to speak for you, but you know, how did you end up hooking up with Ocho and say, you know what, we're gonna do this Nightcap thing?
It's funny that when Jamie Horowitz and I can't conceive the concept, he came to me and says, "I got an idea." He says, "I know you want to continue to do what you were doing with Undisputed." He said, "I got this idea." I said, "So what are you thinking?" He says, "What if you went Monday, Thursday, Sunday, right after the game?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, I like that." I said, "Well, how long are you thinking?" He said, "Nothing but 20 minutes." I'm like, "Okay, that'd be cool." He said, I mean, you obviously you don't want to do it by yourself. I said, nah, because you need somebody to bounce things off. I'm not a guy. I play well with others. I play well off of others.
Like football.
Yes. So he's like, well, who are you thinking? I said, Ocho.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Okay.
He said, Chad Johnson? I said, yeah. He said, why Ocho? I said, because he's entertaining, he doesn't take himself serious, and he knows how he could play off of me. So Doug, who is his agent, used to work with the agent, that office that we were just in. I said, Doug, man, where's I want to run something by Ocho. He said, it's funny. He said, Ocho is in LA right now. I said, could you guys meet for lunch tomorrow? So Doug and Ocho, Jamie Horowitz, and myself, we met, had lunch. I said, bro, I got this idea. He said, oh, what you thinking? I said, I got this idea that you and we're going to go after the games on Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night. I said, I think that he said, don't say no more. He said, Uncle, if you're doing it, I'm in. Just like that. I said, let me. He said, nah, he said, if you doing it, I'm in. So I explained a little bit to him what we are going to do. The first night, I think we had maybe 300 people, 400 people in the chat.
Are you kidding?
Yep. And we grew. I mean, we got some faithfuls, you know, Dr. Frank Bellamy, Laney Ray. We got people that, you know, that started from the ground floor. Dr. Frankie Bellamy, she's a mod, but she came to our first live show in Vegas. She came to our live show in Atlanta. She came to our live show in New Orleans. I mean, they're loyal. They're loyal to Nightcap. But Ocho's been great. Ocho is great. he doesn't take himself serious. That was the first thing we had to look. We can't have two serious guys.
Mhm.
I'm the serious one. Ocho is the more fun-loving the guy. He's where the kids. He's the uncle that the kids want to go because he gonna let them do whatever.
Yeah, you're the one to be like, you ain't playing.
Yeah. You're not finna be on Madden, PlayStation the whole day.
What's the growth plan for Club Shay Shay? I mean, because Katt Williams right now is what, 85? Is it 85?
90 million.
Is it 90 million now?
90 million.
So highest, I'm not gonna say highest rated, but at least highest viewed on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I heard some rumblings. You can blink if it's true that he might be showing back up.
That might be a possibility.
Okay.
That might be a possibility. I think the thing that we've been able to do, and talking to Katt, that he's most proud of, he's like, guys, there hadn't been any slippage. The thing that, as I told the team, that once it started going and it did what it did, I said, we can't chase this now. I said, this is our thriller.
Yeah.
This is our once in a lifetime album. Now, Off the Wall was great.
Great, it sure
Dangerous was great.
Yes, it was.
Bad was great. Let's just keep doing the best. Let's keep producing the best content we possibly can, and then we can live with the results. Whatever results may come from that, we can live with that. We just know we did the best, but we didn't chase.
What's your funniest story with fans as a football player and now as a media mogul? Do you have any funny stories from your playing days with fans approaching you compared to now? Because they're a little bit different, right?
They're very different. A lot of fans approach me and don't realize that I played the game because I've been away from the game for so long. A lot of people see me, they're like, you got to be an athlete the way you're built. They don't know what I play, but they like, there's no possible way that you're not an athlete. Like, yeah, I'm an athlete. Because there's like, you know so much about sports, but we love you on Club Shay Shay. We love you on Nightcap. And, but for the most part, is this it?
These people, we're going to let them off here.
Hold on, let me call. Oh, there's Jordan right there. So that's him. Yeah, see Jordan right there?
Okay. All right, brother, you're going to head in there. I will follow you in.
Yeah.
I would say good luck, but it shouldn't be. I don't think you need it. I'll see you in there, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.